Haley Star. I'm Davey Wavy.
Is this your Big Bird voice?
My big boy voice?
Big Bird, I said.
Oh no, it's my big
What's going on? It's like...
Yeah, I don't mind if you touch my boobs, Haley Star. Go for it.
You tried my boobs on last night. You came into my room in the middle of the night and you took my titties and you put them in there.
I'm right here, you don't have to yell at me.
Sorry, I just get really heated when people touch my boobs. Hi guys. Say hi to Davey Wavy.
Hi.
So we are here to talk to you about an interesting topic today, and that is open relationships. Now,
Different from open legs.
which you have those in an open relationship, I would guess.
No, not necessarily. That's a misconception that people think
See
being
this.
in an open relationship is the same as being a slut, which
The reason why we're here today.
I just happen to be both.
You're in an open relationship and you're a slut and you're a whore. Because we're in
Orlando,
Florida. So Davey is in an open relationship, and this morning I was getting in drag and we were talking just about a recent encounter that Davey had with someone who isn't his boyfriend, and I am kind of fascinated by the fact of open relationships, and I kind of just want to know, what is it that makes an open relationship appealing to you?
Well, first of all, I'll take a step back and say
Okay.
that I think a lot of people are already in some form of non-monogamy. And
they just don't tell their partner about it.
right, it could be because they're cheating. Cheating is an open relationship minus the honesty and the communication.
Correct.
But there's a lot of other things that we do in our lives that are a form of openness. Whether that's flirting with someone, it can be even watching porn or fantasizing about yourself being with someone else. Obviously, you're not actually doing the act, but it's also a form of non-monogamy in a way. So my expression of non-monogamy is having sex with other people. And to me that works because it's what I want, it's what my partner wants. We enjoy having sex with people. When we have sex with people, we bring sexual energy back to each other. It also is realistic for us. I want to enjoy and experience the world, and so does my partner. And he's also younger than me, and I want him to be able to have the experiences that I've had and find what he wants. And what
He doesn't have
want.
enough time in the world to have experiences that you've had.
Okay,
but,
now listen. Is this gonna be a slut-shaming video? Because...
I mean, no.
I mean, no.
It could be.
So my question to you would be, why would you want to be in a monogamous relationship?
Point blank, I have trust issues.
Well,
so
then the problem's the trust and not the relationship structure.
Right, but at the same time, I wouldn't want my partner to be with somebody else other than me.
Why?
Maybe that's just because how we've been conditioned growing up, that it's just you have one partner, but that's just how I feel about it. I don't think that I could ever be in a relationship where, and this is nothing against you or your relationship, because it doesn't, I completely respect it. I just don't think personally that I could be stable enough in my head to be in an open relationship and knowing that my partner is sleeping with somebody else.
The conditioning piece, I think, is really big, and we've been conditioned to think that the currency of commitment in this world is sexual exclusivity.
Right.
And to me, I'm in an open relationship. My relationship is committed. For us, commitment comes from love, from trust, from communication, from other things. Those things don't include sexual exclusivity. I don't think that the two are one and the same. And it's hard to step back from what we've been taught to think, like, what do I really want and what really works for me? And I'm all about people that are in monogamous relationships if it's what works for them and what they really want. I think a lot of times though, people are in it just because they've been told that that's what they should be in, or because they're afraid to try something different.
So what would you say to somebody and their partner that are kind of questioning the fact of whether or not they want to enter into an open relationship? Maybe one person does and the other person doesn't. Like what kind of path should they go on?
I would say do the same thing that I did with monogamy, which is I tried it. And you can approach it with, like, this is a little experiment. I can't promise that I'm going to like it, but I can promise that I'm gonna learn a lot about myself and my partner and our relationship. And when you approach it as, like, this is an experiment, it's something we're gonna try for a short while, it's a lot less scary.
Because if it doesn't work, then we figure it out.
You just go back to whatever you did before. I've only been in open relationships, but I tried monogamy as an experiment in this relationship that I'm in. And we have a sex therapist that we go to, and he was like, try it. And I was like, oh, I was like, I'm never gonna like experience another penis again except for my partner's. And he's like,
and does that scare you?
Yeah, it does. Because
Okay.
there's so much out there in the world. It's like,
But if you love that person and you want to be committed to them, what is wrong with just having their penis for the rest of your life?
what's wrong with loving someone and being committed to them and being able to experience other people's penises?
Well, there's that too, but you didn't answer my question.
Well, so, and I wanted to know what that was like, so we did this experiment.
For how
And
long?
It was for 3 months, about 3
Okay.
months. And in not having sex with other people, I felt my sexual energy contract, I was less creative, I was less inspired, my boyfriend and I were kind of more like hostile to each other. So my boyfriend at the end of it was like, you know what,
This ain't working.
this isn't working. But my therapist was like, you can go into this. I was like, never again am I gonna have another penis. And he's like, no, you're trying this for a short while. It will have an outcome and you can decide how to move forward.
Okay.
So my advice would be to, if you're interested, have a conversation with your partner, set up boundaries of what works and what doesn't work. You can have sex with people as long as you don't date them, or, you know, make sure that you use protection, or whatever the rules are that you guys set for each other, have them, ground rules, work within that framework, and see.
As part of an open relationship, will you share a partner together?
Are you asking for a friend?
No, I'm not, actually. Trust me, after 17 years, I'm not asking for a friend. We tried that road, it didn't work. So do you think that in an open relationship, do you think like playing together with your partner, do you think that could make the relationship like stronger, or do you think that might make the jealousy factor a little bit higher?
It depends on every couple, but if jealousy is something that's at play, I think
Nothing's gonna work.
right. I think you need to examine not threesomes, but where that jealousy comes from, and how
it
to
out.
have a relationship where jealousy to me is like the anti-love.
Mm-hmm.
Jealousy is all about you and what you're afraid of, and relationships are about you also, but the other person and what makes them happy.
And if you are afraid of something, you should tell your partner that and communicate that to them, because they're probably the most important person in your life that can help you through it.
Yeah.
All right, well, thanks for the input. This is really interesting. I know that it's a topic that a lot of people want to talk about and hear about, but they're sometimes afraid to ask because they feel like it's a personal question.
Yeah, I'm not one to talk about a lot of my personal life, but I think this is one of those instances where it's important to, because
Right.
I want people to know that this is a choice for a healthy relationship structure. That
Right, and it might not be for everybody. Like, you have two sides of the spectrum here. Not something that I would do, but it's something that Davey does, and it works for him, and it works for his boyfriend. So clearly, it can happen.
Yeah.
Put in the comments below your thoughts on open relationships. We'd love to hear all about it.
And if you would do one,
and if you would do an open
or
relationship.
if you're in one.
Or if you're in one. Oh, if you're in one, tell us what works and what doesn't. We'd love to know. Click the link below in the description to see the video on Davey's second channel, where we kind of elaborate a little bit more on open relationships. If you want to hear more about the topic, you can subscribe to Davey, you can subscribe to me, and just, you know, why not? Follow us. Subscribe.
Love you.
See you soon. Peace, love, and cupcakes. Mwah.